Mr. President, addiction to prescription opioid pain relievers is a growing public health epidemic that's taking a heartbreaking toll on families and communities.
We're back now with what the Centers for Disease Control calls a growing epidemic.
They are opioid medications, and it has the same chemical properties in it as heroin.
Today, the autopsy report for Prince revealed that he died of an opioid overdose.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, the enormously talented Oscar-winning actor, was found dead in his New York apartment.
Investigators reportedly found 50 envelopes of what they believe is heroin.
A star of the popular show Glee found dead in his hotel room.
The autopsy report just in tonight says heroin and alcohol took his life.
Opioids have killed more than 500,000 Americans since 1999. More than World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War combined. The most startling fact is more Americans now die annually from accidental drug overdose than car crashes. There is now an accidental overdose every 9 hours and 24 minutes in Colorado. At Arapahoe House, our opioid patient admissions have increased over 540% since 2008. This is an epidemic. This is a crisis.
Robin was a butterball of a baby. She was absolutely adorable. As a child, she was very assertive, pretty headstrong, very confident. She was a treasure.
In elementary school, I was student class president. In middle school, I started the first ever girls' dance team. Went into high school, was in cheerleading, newspaper, drama, a lot of activities. Growing up, I had family members that had addiction, so I was familiar with it. I was adamant against trying drugs.
4 members of my family were addicted to opioids. And it creeps up on you unawares. It's a very sneaky, undermining aggression.
I was 27, and I had injured my low back by doing deadlifts improperly. So my doctor immediately put me on pain medication. It started with Percocets, then it went to oxycodone. We incorporated Oxycontin, Xanax.
I knew by her mood swings. I knew she was not my daughter. She wasn't my daughter. She was just a mess.
There's a common misperception that it's safer to misuse prescription medications rather than illegal drugs. Prescription drugs are actually more dangerous because they're prescribed by a doctor, a person of trust. A user can rationalize that it's acceptable to abuse.
I felt it was okay because it was coming from a doctor, and I just took the pills that were prescribed to me thinking that was okay. And little did I know that my body was becoming physically dependent to it. Opioids change who you are. You become emotionally numb. No one could get close to me. I pushed away loved ones. I sacrificed relationships. I hurt everyone.
To watch her just go down this road, this path of destruction, and be consumed by it, it's heartbreaking. I didn't want to believe that she could be such in the crux of the throes of this evil darkness. I hated it. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. But you have to come to grips. You have to grapple with this. To watch as a parent, it's unquestionably absolutely the most difficult endeavor I've ever experienced in my life.
I never would have thought this for my life, ever. I was wanting so much more out of my life, and yet I was so stuck in my addiction. I realized I had a problem when I was seeking multiple doctors to get prescriptions, and not just to fulfill my own cravings for the drug, but to sell the drug, support my luxurious lifestyle.
Pain medication, it's ridiculously overwhelming because it leads to heroin, and then where does that take you? But to climb out of the gutter and get back and be an active member of society, it does happen. It can happen. There's places like Arapahoe House that can redirect people.
Founded in 1975, Arapahoe House is the largest and leading provider of substance use disorder treatment in Colorado. We offer essential and often life-saving treatment to patients and their families based on national models of care.
Arapahoe House has been huge. The staff here is so supportive and loving and kind. They get it. They want to help you.
Arapahoe House gave Robin safety and structure and hope. And they were so supportive, so kind, and teaching her skills, lifelong skills.
I have learned so much about who I am, and I feel so fortunate that I've been sober and clean now for 4 years.
I am beyond proud. I am it surpasses the word proud. I am just elated, I am thrilled, I am just floored by her successes and her determination. And I owe a lot of that to the Arapahoe House because that was the environment that got her off on the right track.
Every day I wake up and I'm happy, I'm elated, I have things to look forward to. I am a 4.0 GPA student for the first time in my life. I have scholarships, my son is healthy, he's strong. I'm grateful, I'm thankful each and every day. And I don't ever want to go backwards. Sobriety is just so important, and I want to provide the best life for him and I moving forward.